Now, India is hosting navies from at least 16 countries for an 8-day mega naval exercise with an aim to expand regional cooperation and combat unlawful activities in critical sea lanes. The biennial event is held in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and features professional exercises and seminars, social events and sporting fixtures between participating nations.
There we
WION's
go.
Correspondent Raghavendra Rao spoke with India's Naval Chief Admiral SUNIL LANBA over the significance of this ongoing maritime exercise in the Indian Ocean.
All that remains of that dummy oil rig is black smoke. What are the big takeaways you are looking at from this year's Milan?
I think the biggest takeaway from this year's Milan is the first time where we are having a multilateral exercise at sea, wherein 9 countries including India are participating with 11 ships from foreign-friendly navies as part of this exercise.
Right.
We are going to be exercising at sea over 3 days. This is the first for Milan and this is the biggest takeaway for Milan 18.
In fact, WION also caught up with Rear Admiral DINESH TRIPATHI, who explains the challenges in maritime cooperation and why this exercise is beyond a show of naval strength.
You have to view the Indian Ocean region as an ocean which is almost 4,000 nautical miles from China. And what is the deployable force levels which can be put by the Chinese Navy in Indian Ocean. The balance of power and favorably rests in our favor in the Indian Ocean region. We are the largest navy in the region and I don't foresee any threat.
Now, this year's Milan exercise is being held in the backdrop of China's growing military posturing in the Indo-Pacific region. But how big is the Chinese threat, or is it even a threat at all? Well, hear it from the Indian Naval Chief himself.
Comes to actual coordination between various navies, when you sit together, what are the kind of challenges that crop up? What are the challenges which you face in terms of getting to know each other better?
Yeah, that has been largely surpassed right now. I would say that this being the 10th edition, we have got this multilateral, which is maiden initiative under this construct.
Right.
So since so many ships will be operating in close formations, they will be carrying out various evolutions. We have utilized this time in harbour to iron out any issues which are there in terms of understanding, interpretation, language. That has been the major challenge, but as I said, since this is now the 10th edition, largely we are on the same page. But since people are operating at very close ranges at sea, we have to be sure as to what we are doing.
So it's not just a demonstration of Indian Navy's military might or the naval might of other countries. It's more about how these navies will interact with each other when they meet at the high seas in a crisis situation.
Absolutely. There is no question of display of any might. This is an initiative to build bridges of friendship, enhance collaboration, and to arrive at a situation where the combined strength, combined good of all the navies, it put to good use for everybody in the region.
Meanwhile, WION captured the drills carried out by the Indian Navy during the Milan exercise. Marine commandos of the Indian Navy demonstrated a small team insertion and extraction technique as they launched an attack on a dummy oil rig. It was followed by a search and rescue demonstration by Chetak helicopters of the Indian Navy and the Coast Guard, instilling confidence amongst the spectators about the capabilities of the armed forces. The Indian Navy exhibited their skydiving skills, performing a combat free fall. At least 16 countries are participating in this ongoing mega naval exercise.